Two cleaners who think they've seen it all.
Dear me. Oh boy.
Believe they can transform the most shockingly filthy homes.
You'd be surprised how many people live like this.
By moving in and not leaving until the rooms are spotless.
It's a big job, this, you know.
What's that?
This is either a mouse or a bird.
With more than 50% of the nation saying they don't have time for household chores.
When was the last time you cleaned the room?
Probably about 10 years ago.
Here we go.
Wow.
Whoa, look at all this.
Over a decade out of date.
There's a cleaning crisis.
Grease, dog hairs. Tasty.
Little concerned, the dreaded F word, fleas.
I do need to change, don't I?
At Britain's grubbiest, grimiest, most out-of-control properties, Richard and Brennan are moving in to teach the homeowners how it should be done.
If I was to have a clean slate, who am I going to be then after that?
With years of cleaning experience, nothing can shock these two.
This is really dangerous stuff.
Or so they thought.
Things just got 10 times worse, mate.
This is the worst room we've ever done.
I live in 11 beds. I'm sorry.
By cleaning away years of grime, homes come alive again.
No! Oh my gosh.
Absolutely changed my life.
This time, a bungalow bursting at the seams with junk.
What the heck?
There's definitely compulsive buying going on.
With over 10 years of mess, dirt and dust left untouched, this is a little house with a big problem.
What is going on up here?
Wow.
And a stressed out single mum who has a last chance for change.
This is no longer viable. I can't keep doing this.
In the Lancashire seaside town of Morecambe, this semi-detached bungalow is home to 56-year-old healthcare worker Suzan.
I live with my daughter when she's here. At the moment she's at university, she does come home occasionally. I work in the care profession, I'm a healthcare professional. Busy, long days in a hospital setting. It's hard work, yeah, very hard work. I enjoy helping people. It's very rewarding.
Long shifts at work leave Suzanne shattered, and in her limited spare time, she seeks solace in sewing.
I like making things for other people. That takes up a fair amount of my time. So unfortunately, the cleaning and household chores tend to take a back seat, I'm afraid.
But Suzanne's passion for helping others means she's neglecting herself and her home.
My home is unfortunately a little bit cluttered. I tend to be reluctant to throw things away because they might come in handy. I've realised that this is becoming a problem. I suppose I must be a hoarder.
And her hoarding has affected her relationship with her sister, who only lives a couple of miles away.
Because of the state of my home, my sister doesn't come round anymore. She finds it really stressful. I think our relationship would improve greatly if I got sorted. It's all my doing. I know it's my doing, but I need help, and hopefully this is going to be the turning point so I can have a new life. New chapter. Sorry.
And on their way to help Suzanne turn the page are two elite cleaning professionals. Brennan loves nothing more than helping a damsel in distress.
Life is about new challenges, and in this job, there's a new filthy challenge every day.
While Richard reckons a clean house is a must for a happy life.
A chaotic home equals a chaotic mind. Get it clean, tidy and ordered, and everything else falls into place.
So in rainy Morecambe today?
Yeah, weather's not great, is it?
Nope, definitely not.
Suzanne's a healthcare worker, works long hours.
Not easy, is it? Especially with that type of job.
Juggling home life and your job, so not a lot of time to clean.
As Richard and Brennan approach their latest mission,
This is home for the next few days.
it becomes clear that they're going to have a big job on their hands.
Bit of rubbish in the garden.
Windows are a bit dirty. Hiya, you okay?
Hi.
You all right?
I'm Brennan. This is Richard. You
Nice
all right?
to meet you. Yes, thank you.
How you feeling?
A bit apprehensive, but hopefully it's going to change my life, so yeah. Good
We'll
to
look
go.
after you. You're in safe hands now, so, but we do need to have a look. Can we go in?
Please do.
Thank you.
First stop on the tour of Suzanne's bungalow is her spare room.
Go on, I'm right behind you. Can you see the floor?
I can't see how big the room is, never mind the floor.
Wow. Okie dokie. Definitely alarm bells are ringing. It's the first room we've been into. You can only see a small patch of carpet. You know, it spells danger, danger.
I'm noticing dirt already. Filing cabinet, it's got dirt around it.
Just look at that, tucked away. Look at this. That was at the bottom of the basket.
Do you know what I'm noticing?
What, there's a lot of stuff in here?
No, a lot of it is brand new with the wrappers on.
Brand new, not used.
Brand new? What haven't we got in here?
And the nightmare continues as Richard and Brennan delve deeper into the house.
What the heck?
Suzanne's living room looks like an explosion at a jumble sale.
Laughing because I'm worried. Carpets need a clean, that's for sure. There's a black mark, like a trail of where people have walked through because there's no other way around the room. She likes her elephants.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Let me just move an ironing board, really? In the living, I think this is the living room, isn't it?
Supposedly. The living room is clearly dusty. It's obviously not been cleaned for a while. Never mind a Hoover being run round.
Clothes, oh, labels, not worn, tucked away.
There's definitely some compulsive buying going on.
There's two things, isn't there? There's compulsive buying, bob on, but then it's just dumping, you know, I mean, what's this? It's just empty boxes.
This side.
Here we go.
Next up, Suzanne's bedroom, and yet another room crammed with clutter.
Richard, I need to get out at one point.
Look at
today.
that. I mean, you can't even get into this bedroom. I mean, for me, I had to clear a walkway space which filled a double bed pretty much. It's really chaotic in there and there's far too much stuff.
Under the bed,
Oh no.
it's full. Brand new stuff. Brand new stuff.
Wow. Here we go. Whoa. Look at where the cleaning product's been.
This is overpoweringly bad. Poor Suzanne.
And finally to the attic, Suzanne's filthy, junk-filled hobby hideaway.
We okay?
It's not getting any better up here, pal. What is going on up here?
Wow.
Wow. Some sort of workstation, trying to be.
Sewing, yeah. Okay.
Workspace is all covered with clutter and dust. The fabric's all over the floor. It's just a lot of clutter that could be stored a lot better.
Brennan and Richard have a monster of a job ahead of them. Suzanne's bungalow is a hoarder's paradise. Every room is full of evidence of Suzanne's compulsive buying. It's so crammed with junk, it's hard to get around, and who knows what filth lies underneath it all. It's time to get kitted up and wade right in. And the first thing Brennan does on a job like this, get a skip in. If the boys are going to see this junk-filled bungalow turn around in just 3 days,
Cheers, pal.
they're going to need to see that skip piled high.
I'm going to set you a very quick challenge if that's okay.
Go on
I
then.
want you to run into the house and pick something and put it in for me, please. Go. How big is this thing going to be that comes out?
Bag.
A bag? I reckon a box.
A box.
A box.
A box full or a box empty?
An empty box.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's a bag! 1-0. Well done. Fantastic.
Work on Suzanne's run-down bungalow is well underway. And Brennan is trying to make sense of a living room that's filled with evidence of Suzanne's buying and hoarding issues.
Toilet roll. That's 24, 48. 52 rolls of toilet roll in a front room. This is a cleaning supply and it's 12 years out of date. It's certainly not been used on these carpets, that's for sure. It just shows you how long this house has been left in despair.
Everywhere he looks, Brennan sees more and more examples of hoarding.
The fridge drawer in the front room, this room's getting weirder. Need to know what's going on with all this stuff, where it belongs, what needs to go out to the skip. Can't move forward until we understand that.
And it's much the same for Richard over in the chock-a-block spare room, where he's up to his neck in Suzanne's stockpile of surplus stuff.
If you were to sort of view the room with one small segment, this is basically the essence of this room. Bit of wood, old school shirt, toilet roll empty, a sock, and whatever that is, and an adapter. That is the essence of the stuff that I'm finding at the moment. It's absolutely nothing at all. There's no use. They've probably not been used for a long time, so, you know, the point is, why keep it?
When dealing with a hoard, there is potential for multi-levels of dust build-up, with every layer of clutter collecting it. Before Brennan begins to uncover what dirt lies beneath, he spots an easy win, an extremely dirty area he'd like to tackle.
So I've noticed your dusty, cobwebby curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No.
But it's an easy solution. So I found some sellotape laying around.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to do, wrap it around my hand, sticky face out, and then we're just going to tap it on. I guess some of these dusty spider webs. You can use like a duster or something and just wrap the sellotape around that just so it's easier to reach. Just a quick fix so you don't have to pull your curtains down, put them in the washing machine all the time. But as you can see.
Oh dear. Oh, yeah, quite a lot of it.
So do you want to have a go on that curtain?
Yeah, great.
Yeah?
Brennan's tip for cleaning the curtains was to just dab it with sellotape. It brings all the dust off and it was really good.
And the curtains aren't Brennan's only disturbing find in this room.
Fish food. 11 years out of date. Suzanne? Found these. Now this one's 12 years out of date. And that's 11 years out of date.
Been there a while then.
I mean, having out-of-date products in your home is not great, is it? But it also shows how long it's not really had a deep clean in here.
I've made a start to try and sort things and then not got to the bottom of it really. And with work being so full on at the moment, it's quite difficult when I am off duty. I tend to need to relax and recharge my batteries.
Do you think that's the cause of it? That you work a lot and the hours and then...
There's always been a bit of a problem with keeping too many things that I don't need.
Would you class yourself as a hoarder?
Yeah, I think I probably am. I think people that know me would be absolutely horrified that I live like this.
Suzanne has done the right thing by giving us a call. That's the first step, but it's going to get a whole lot tougher from now. So the plan in this room is going to be go through, box and bags, everything, and start saying if it's charity, if it's skip, if it's keep.
If I don't do it now, it'll never happen.
Suzanne needs to make big changes, but because her house is so packed full of stuff,
Don't fall down on me.
Brennan's creating an outside space where Suzanne is able to work through her belongings.
Yeah, the main problem with these types of jobs is it's not the cleaning, it's the amount of stuff. the time it takes to go through them. But we don't know how much stuff they're willing to get rid of. And that's always the biggest concern.
Back in the cramped spare room, Richard is still trying to work through Suzanne's stockpile of clutter and junk.
There's bound to be paperwork in here. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, it's towels and some more towels in a filing cabinet. To me, it's just a collection of nothing. I think the challenge now is for Suzanne to accept that, hand on heart, this is just rubbish and it needs to go. Suzanne, are you free?
I can be.
Hi.
Hi.
There'll be some tough questions, I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest, okay? But I need to get to the bottom of everything. Why have you not got around to sorting it?
I have bought boxes and bags and things to store things in and sort out and separate things, but then they've just been shoved to one side and not dealt with. It's really quite stressful.
What would you like this room to be?
Ultimately, I would like to use this as my bedroom, because my bedroom has the boiler in the room. That does disturb me quite a bit, so I don't get a restful night's sleep.
I think there's a lot of work. I think we're going to have to work really quite closely with Suzanne, and we've got to clear because there's too much stuff.
I know other family members, my sister in particular, finds it difficult to come here, and ashamed of myself really for getting in the state that we've got into.
I don't think you should be ashamed. I think you are fighting to change your life, and you should be immensely proud of yourself, okay? When was the last time your sister was here?
Quite a long time ago. I'd love to be able to invite her around for a drink or a sit down, a chat, and, you know, a girly night. We can't do that at the moment unless I go to hers, and I'd just like to be able to reciprocate that and have her here instead.
Let me see what I can do. Let me see what magic I can create.
The news that Suzanne's sister no longer visits has given Richard a new motivation, and he gets straight to work clearing that packed-out spare room. All of its contents will need to be sorted through before he can even start the cleaning.
Papers. There's the rest of the filing cabinet.
And with the light fading, the spare room junk is making its way into the makeshift outdoor space for Suzanne to sort through.
This is a big gazebo. I hope it's big enough. Look, I mean, it's about 5 foot, 6 foot deep, 6 foot wide, and that was all in the spare bedroom.
And not far behind, Suzanne forces herself to begin the process of tackling her massive belongings.
I'm sorting and getting rid of clutter.
The first day is drawing to a close. Brennan is hard at work in the only room with enough space for the cleaners to bed down in.
Me and Richard need somewhere to sleep tonight, and from the looks of it, it's got to be the living room.
That can go. That can go. Because this isn't a washroom.
And for the first time in her life, Suzanne is showing real signs of beginning to let go of the things she simply doesn't need.
Stuff's moving. It's brilliant.
It's a promising start, but that skip is still worryingly empty. It's been a long first day, but at least Suzanne has made a step towards achieving her dream of having her sister over to visit again. And the reward is a meal with guests in her front room for the first time in 10 years.
What do you think, Suzanne? Like the room?
I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah? Good. You were saying about wanting to socialise and having your sister here. You know, that's the drive, that's the, do I need this?
Yeah, possessions aren't anything really. And that's what I need to address. And I've made a start.
You have.
And I think you should take great heart from what's happened today, and you know, you'll be fine. I think with positivity you can get through absolutely any situation.
Oh, thank you for the vote of confidence.
As Richard and Brennan bed down for the night, Thoughts turn from Suzanne's dreams for a fresh start to the nightmare job still ahead of them.
It's the sheer volume, isn't it? There's absolutely loads of it. Every ounce of every room is full to the rafters. Suzanne's got to get through that. That's going to slow us down. Yeah, it's a massive, massive challenge.
Yep. And then you got cleaning.
Absolutely.
Bedtime?
Yeah, tired.
Your turn for the light.
Oh, look at this. I've cracked it, Brennan. Watch this.
It's morning on the second day of Richard and Brennan's mission to clean Suzanne's junk-filled bungalow.
Morning.
Yeah.
That's a bit thick in here, isn't it?
It's hurt my eyes. My eyes are shot with the dust, so I have to put these back on today. My eyes have gone, that's why I'm wearing my glasses, and Brennan's chest is really tight. It really goes to show how much cleaning we've got to do.
Suzanne's admitted she's got a hoarding habit, but if her filthy house is to become a pristine family home, she's going to have to part with a lot of stuff.
I think today's going to get quite real quite quickly. And there's some big decisions that you're going to have to make quite quick. So embrace what's about to happen, you know, go with it, because ultimately if you do that, then it's going to make this process a little bit easier for you.
I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to move on.
Suzanne really needs to remember why she's doing this. She's got a sister who doesn't come round because of it, and she needs to really remember that as she goes through today.
Brennan can't put it off any longer. His first job of the day is to get into that filthy attic space. Dirty and disordered, it's supposedly a place where Suzanne can retreat and sew in peace.
Do not want to be in here.
The sheer volume and variety of junk makes this an epic task.
How the heck does she get any work done here? So I've started boxing up the fabrics. There's no organisation up there, so I need to get all the fabrics out of the way and see what the rest of it is. Brand new picture frame. Obviously bought it because it's on discount. You buy stuff in case somebody needs them or for gifts or to use and never do. They just get trashed and then you're wasting money, you're not saving money. Now, it's got to go in the bin because it's broke.
I do buy more than I need, or I buy things, forget I've got them and end up buying them again. I've tried to organise it and then lost my way with it. It's become overwhelming, and so the organised piles have become just all mingled together. Unfortunately, that's not a great place to be, and it means it's not very clean. I do need to change my mindset.
While Brennan continues his struggles in the dusty attic, downstairs, Richard has taken Suzanne into the bedroom to confront her about her out-of-control hoarding habits.
It's uncomfortable. And I don't know how you feel about living like this.
Yeah, this is obviously why I'm not resting and relaxing properly, and why I feel regularly tired, and I'm just not recharging my batteries when it's like this.
It does have other implications as well. It can really affect you mentally, really. They're linked really closely. Tiredness, mental fatigue, all of those things, general unhappiness. And be honest, it's toxic for you. And I'm sorry that I'm the one who's having to give you this.
It's what I need though, isn't it, to make the change. This is no longer viable. I can't keep doing this. My bedroom isn't very clean at all. I've just basically got to the point of being a hoarder rather than just collecting. There is way too much stuff in there.
We need a plan. I need you to be right by my side, and I need you to be on the same page as me. We have to get rid of this stuff.
I'm on it.
You're on it, like a car
Let's
bonnet.
go for it. It needs to happen.
Yes!
So far, there's been lots of sorting through, but little throwing. It's time for Richard to give Suzanne the push she needs if she's going to get her home cleared.
Why don't we pick a box up very quickly, have a scan, and let's take a huge leap of faith and throw it away. There we go.
Yep.
You happy with that?
Take another one.
It's entirely up to you.
Right, let's go for it.
Come on, let's go.
Richard's making me be quite ruthless with the stuff in my bedroom because if I'm not going to get there with it all.
With support from Richard, Suzanne is beginning to turn a corner, and her bedroom rubbish is bypassing the gazebo and going straight into the skip. And there's more good news. Suzanne's daughter, 19-year-old musical theatre student Georgia, has returned from uni to support her mum and give a much-needed nudge with the clearing.
Hello. Jesus. It's a lot.
Richard and Brennan have created a space in the garden for Suzanne and Georgia to work through their belongings in order to filter out anything worth keeping, but more importantly, the things that definitely need chucking.
I need to go through this. So you're going to help me?
Yeah, right.
Oh, good girl. Right, if you can decide on there what we're keeping, anything that's going can go in this bag.
Okay. Me and my mum have always been really close, so I think when I went off to uni, she struggled a bit to start doing things around the house a bit more, so I'm excited to see her change as well as the houses.
Knock, knock. You okay? Georgia, you all right? Nice to meet you.
You too.
Talk to me about, you know, life here, growing up here. You know, what was that like for you?
I've never really had sleepovers or friends round for tea, things like that, because obviously Mum was a little bit embarrassed about the house and was scared to ask if I could bring them home. But also, you haven't really had people around either, so as much as it's been a social issue for me, it's been the same for my mum as well, so.
Yeah, difficult to listen to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
My mum would do anything for anyone, and I see how happy it makes my mum, and that is what makes her happy, making other people happy. So I've always wanted to be like that as well, no matter how clean the house is. Don't cry.
When they're shouting at you and falling out with you, and you don't think that they care mostly, do you? But she obviously does. A bit anyway, a little bit.
It
is crunch time, I think, for you and Georgia and your family home, really. So you need to push your mum along for me, keep the positive message of getting the house back, and, you know, do your best for me.
After the heart-to-heart, and with daughter Georgia by her side, Suzanne really starts to pick up the pace and get rid of her unneeded items.
I don't think you need that.
No, I like that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
But do you need it?
Yeah.
When was the last time you wore it?
Georgia's tough love seems to be doing the trick.
Okay.
Mum, what's the plan with all this?
Going to the charity shop.
All of it?
Some of it. And some of it's going in the skip.
Have you been finding it?
I've actually enjoyed it. Throwing stuff away.
You've liked it?
I've enjoyed it, I know, who knew?
It's taken you how long?
I feel like I'm getting there now. I needed to do it, and I'm
Good.
glad I've just got your help to do it with me.
You are.
Aww.
And the progress on the sorting and clearing means good news for Richard.
So, managed to clear all the room. There's no visible sort of stainage. There's just sort of old screws and bits of paper and stuff like that. Okay, let's get hoovering. The spare bedroom, in terms of cleaning, I mean, there's lots of debris on the floor. There's loads of cobwebs and there's dust build up. It still needs a good old clean.
Once the spare room is spotless, Richard will then need to transform it into Suzanne's new bedroom. It's late afternoon, and having supported her mum on her journey to a cleaner, more spacious home, Georgia's work is done.
Oh, I love you, babe. All right, babe.
Bye.
Have fun.
And thanks to Georgia, the skip is looking a lot fuller. In the grimy, dusty attic, Brennan's got the floor mostly clear. And with a bit of help from Suzanne, he's going to get to work on that filthy carpet.
I've got a hard bristle brush here. The reason why you're going to use one of them is because it will get them out of the carpet easier. all right? But it's also brilliant because you haven't got to bend over, be on your knees and trying to scoop them up and spending hours and hours doing it. So it's good for your back and really quick and simple. As you sweep, it creates a nice little ball of the thread, makes it easy to just pick up.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
As you can see, it's rolling.
Yeah.
It's a nice little ball of string for us.
That was much easier, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it nice and easy, rolls it up into a nice little ball and give it a nice little hoover after.
Brilliant.
Do you have a go?
Yeah, why not? Brennan showed me a great tip for getting the threads off the floor. Just a hard bristle brush, that's it. Wow.
Look how much you've already got up.
I know.
Loads there.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Simple and so easy.
With the light fading fast, it's time to call it a day, and the weary trio settle down for some well-earned grub.
I've got a nice dinner, got lasagna. It's a good way to end the day, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How has the day been for you today?
It was a big challenge. There was a lot more stuff than I was expecting to find, and it kept coming and coming and coming.
Really nice moment for me was spending time with you and Georgia. It was very emotional.
It's been good, but it's been the turning point and spurred me on to sort things properly this time.
Really proud of Suzanne and the way she's tackled today. It's always the hardest day for everyone, and she's really smashed it.
It's been a busy day, but there's plenty more to come tomorrow. So now it's time for lights out.
Let me get the light.
Are you good today?
I'm ready for bed, me. I'm tired. I've worked really hard today. I know you have as well, but you know, I'm pushing 85 here, me. So, I'll see you in the morning, yeah?
Yeah, in the morning.
It's morning on the third and final day, and for the last 48 hours, crack cleaning team Richard and Brennan have been trying to turn around Suzanne's filthy bungalow.
You sleep okay?
No.
You look how I feel.
But there's a lot more still to do, and only a day left to complete the job. Suzanne is hoping to have her sister round tonight for the first time in 3 years. With the majority of the cleaning and sorting done, the house now needs to be spotless. So Richard's diving straight into the dirty bedroom with a nifty dust-removing hack.
Blinds are very difficult to clean, just because like you get a cloth and it's bend and you're kind of like this, working your way across. Really simple tip to clean the blinds. It's just kitchen tongs, microfiber cloths on each tongue, bit of water and lavender, and just clean each blind. I just open up the 2 blinds either side and I just pop my tongs in and I squeeze down, and I can now just go across and clean it, okay? It's a lot of dust that, isn't it? And that's just one. I mean, look how many you've got. How long would you think it would be since you last cleaned these?
I probably haven't. I tend not to think about it. I shut it behind the curtains and forget.
Would you like to have a try?
I'd love to have a try.
That's it. There you go. For me, it's really promising signs to see Suzanne actually using my tip in front of me. This bodes well moving forward, and hopefully she keeps it up.
With some expert cleaning knowledge under her belt, Suzanne heads out, giving Richard and Brennan the time and the space to finish the job of transforming her home, starting with that filthy front room floor.
We've got a nice hair drop deodorizer today. Sweet like Suzanne.
The Beast is Brennan's industrial strength carpet cleaning machine, and it makes short work of even the most ingrained dirt and grime. As does Richard when he tackles a dirty window.
Whoa, look at that. Look how dirty the cloth is. I've only done part of the window.
With the bulk of the junk sorted and grime busting complete, Richard and Brennan crack on to finish the deep clean before Suzanne returns.
It's been a really tough job. Lots of ingredients mixed in with the job, and I really do hope this is a start of a new chapter for her.
We've made a massive change here and set Sue up to keep on top of it, not only with the hacks and the tips, but more the home truths. Putting herself first, being a bit of a hoarder, and I think they were definitely needed.
Well, strike a light. Suzanne's back and she's ready to see the results of Richard and Brennan's hard graft. 3 days ago, the living room was a disorganised, dirty and dusty mess. Doubling up as a washing and ironing room, it was a wasted space in Suzanne's home. Now the junk is gone, the grime is history, and the carpet stains are nothing more than a distant memory. The room is a fresh, inviting space to socialise.
Oh my goodness. It's just absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous to be able to put my elephants out now. I love elephants, they're just my favourite thing in the whole world. They're very family orientated, aren't they? And family mean a lot to me. Oh, my baby. My living room now is somewhere that I can invite people back to, and we can enjoy a drink or a chat. And my carpet's clean.
The attic was dust infested and crammed with heaps of Suzanne's sewing fabrics. After a decade of neglect, the carpets were full of dirt and discarded threads, piled high with random household items and pieces of junk. But now it's a room that Suzanne can sew calmly in and escape the stresses of day-to-day life. Finally, there's a sense of order, and Suzanne will now be able to enjoy her hobby.
Oh my goodness. Space and space and space. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. And my mirror's up as well. Not sitting in a corner. And it's not full of thread. It's going to be brilliant to be able to sew up here without all the clutter, and much more relaxing, and I feel so much more chilled already just walking in here.
Suzanne's bedroom was a nightmare, with barely space enough to stand, dark, cramped and overcrowded. With rubbish on the floor and clothes thrown over the bed, there was no sense of calm to the room, and storage space was being wasted. Now Suzanne's bedroom has been transformed into a dressing room. With open access to all the wardrobes, a clothing rail and a shelving unit, there's space for all of Suzanne's belongings to be packed away neatly, and the ironing doesn't have to be done in the living room anymore.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. I can iron and hang my stuff, and I just can't thank them enough. It's just, this will definitely change my life. Definitely.
And finally, the overcrowded spare room was piled high with junk, unused items and clutter. There was no access to the room, and it functioned as a dumping ground for over a decade. Now the space has been completely reimagined into Suzanne's brand new bedroom. It's tranquil, calming, and a place where Suzanne can recharge after her long shifts at work. The junk and dirt are finally gone.
Oh my God. Wow. Oh, comfy bed. Oh my goodness. I am definitely going to sleep well now. It's going to be so lovely. It's my time now. And my Nelly clocks. I've got elephants in every room.
Suzanne now has a home she can relax in. The living room is a social space. The attic is dust-free and a calm work environment. The dressing room is spacious, and the new bedroom is an enjoyable place to relax. And even better news, Suzanne's sister Amanda has come round for the first time in 3 years.
I'm so shocked. I don't know what I expected. But it wasn't this. This is just amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, how calm it feels. Oh, she'll sleep well in here. We can have girly nights again. The people that will come and visit, and she won't be lonely anymore. Because she has been. She is lonely. And this could make a whole load of difference to her. It's going to change her life.
You okay?
Oh, I'm absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah?
Just cannot thank you enough. It's just absolutely amazing. You've worked so hard. I didn't honestly think at the beginning that it would be possible, but here we are and it's amazing. You've absolutely changed my life.
When we first got here, it was a little bit of a depressing house, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
It wasn't a house that reflects your personality or your life. You know, you're a very caring, giving person. You needed somebody to come and help, big time.
Absolutely. I can invite people in, I can have friends round. I'm just so thankful for everything. I'm not going back to the person I was.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Well, I think we have given you all the tools, given you our tips and hacks.
Absolutely.
Now I think we should give you your home and probably get to our own.
Oh,
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Let's
thank
go.
you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right?
Take care.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Best of luck.
Oh, it feels absolutely phenomenal that we've got a clean home now. It's just amazing. Onwards and upwards and keeping it like that.
Fantastic. How do you feel?
Oh, gobsmacked. Cheers to new beginnings.
Maybe a new fella.
Cheers, babe.